and welcome to The Update, where Grants Pass stays informed, engaged, and moving forward together. I'm Aaron Kubik, your city manager. To start off today's episode, we're going to do a quick recap of this week's city council meeting, and I'm joined today by Council President Victoria Marshall. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Thanks.
So you're council president, which is sort of cool. You've been that for basically
Almost a year.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about your experience being council president. What are some of the roles that you've taken on? Because I know you've had to actually take on some roles definitely on the dais for a little bit of time also.
Right. It was fun taking over for the mayor. It was somewhat challenging, but but it seemed to work out fairly well. And so it was just a little bit of fun to play mayor for, what was it, 2-3 weeks?
About 3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks, okay, yes.
It's more difficult than it looks sometimes, I think, when you're sitting on the dais trying to facilitate everybody. You've got,
especially when you're voting as well. I would say it's a little bit of extra challenge.
That's a good point, because as mayor, when Mayor Scherf is facilitating the meetings, he doesn't vote unless there's a tie. And so he's not focused on that voting aspect, I think, as much as you are as council president. You don't lose your voting rights just because you're facilitating the meeting.
Right.
I thought you did a great transition when you were council president of, one, not making motions, even though you technically, as a council member, have rights to make motions, but you facilitate the process, let that run out with council, and then bringing the vote back in, and you were always the last one to say what your vote was. So
that was a little strange. I think once early on I made a motion and then thought, oh, I don't get to make motions. But then after that, it was fine.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you as council president, because that's one of the great things I like about council presidents and the mayors is we have agenda setting meetings, and I get extra time working with those council members. And so it's been a lot of fun this year, and we've learned a lot.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. Learned quite a bit. And I really have enjoyed it. And I really enjoy setting up, the next month, 2 months, 3 months ahead, thinking about what can be done for the city.
That's one of the things I love also, because it gets me excited about, all right, we're going to be working on this pretty soon. And so there's so many great things that we accomplished this year.
Yeah, I know a couple of times in agenda setting meetings, we would be saying, oh, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, so yes, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yep.
Because there are difficult things to do, and then there are, I guess, more mundane things to do. So things that are coming up in the future, one just came to mind was the Catalyst project will be interesting in the future, but maybe we'll talk about that a little later.
Oh, yes, because we took action on that, I think, at the council meeting. So, yeah, those agenda settings are great. And again, I appreciate your willingness to step up as council president and help us really strategically develop an action plan for council throughout the year. Oh.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for guiding me through it, being new.
So, one of the things I love to talk about and have the council members here is what all happened at this last council meeting, because we did have a couple of great things occur that council took action on.
Oh, we really did. The water revenue bonds, that ended up being one of the last things that we needed to do to set our water treatment plant up for completion.
So that's the bonds themselves. They're there to, of course, fill the gap between the funding gap that we had left with regards to building the new water treatment plant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And as I said, last step in the process. So it feels good to have everything in the queue. And our water treatment plant should be online spring of 2028, which is very exciting. So.
It's really great that council had to deal with a couple of big issues when it came to the water treatment plant, and we've just done them in the past, basically 2 meetings. I think the meeting before you passed a water rate increase on the utility bill, 1% each year for 3 years, to help make up the difference of the loss of the BRIC dollars, our $50 million that we had. And
Yes.
then this bonding part, we were looking at bonding up to about 65 million for the rest of it, which was always planned throughout the whole process, is that we would actually bond something out and then have a payback of a 30-year period.
Yeah, we will all either not be here or be very, very elderly when that is paid off.
Yes.
So, yeah, very thinking that far into the future. I think it'll be the future Grants Pass residents paying off that all of the water treatment plant. I hope it will be a celebration.
You know, I'm sure it will be. And you know, you mentioned that's going to be, that plant's going to be there for 30 plus years, and that's one of the things that I know drives you and your fellow elected officials, along with me and my colleagues, is the ability to make a positive long-term impact on our community. And it's great that we have a council that has been extremely supportive of making sure that we get that project done.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
Yeah. What else happened at the council meeting?
Well,
last
there were
night?
two things that really jump out to me that are going to be exciting for the community. And one was the Seed Collective Catalyst LLC, a grant for the Grants Pass Nexus Incubator. So the Nexus Incubator grant will be in the Caveman Plaza, and it will be a place where entrepreneurs can come in and they will be able to get guidance on a business startup. There's going to be an industrial kitchen there where people who are wanting to create food products can come in and they can test their product there. There is going to be a makerspace. There's going to be equipment for tech, and Dr. Freeze is going to head that up. And she had the place was filled with people who were very excited about this happening. And after it passed last night, it was sort of fun to hear them right outside the door celebrating. So these people and many more I know in the community are very excited about that. And I think that from the council standpoint, or I can say for myself, that we need a way to help businesses, help entrepreneurs to keep our young people here rather than moving away, and to give them a place where they can get information about how to get a business license. So I think it's going to be something as simple as that, as to some bigger projects, how to take a small business and to make it grow. And so that is going to be something that is going to be very good for the community, the business community.
I know, working with you over this past year, economic development and supporting small business has been at the heart of one of your things you basically campaigned on almost too, is
Yes.
to help
Yes,
support
I did.
economic development. And so this must be very rewarding to get to a point where we're creating something in our community that really is going to help create a culture and an environment to allow small businesses to grow and thrive.
Yes, and along with that, last night, we also voted to advance the grant for Main Street Grants Pass. And so, yes, last night was a big night for small business, and I'm excited to see what both the Nexus Incubator Grant and Main Street can do for our community and our business owners.
You nailed it. That was like a headline right there. Grant, last night's meeting was a big positive for small business in our community. I mean,
It really was.
with those two things,
Yes.
it's so exciting, the energy that's happening down there with Main Street, and now with this incubator and the culture that's beginning to really grow here in Grants Pass. And I think it's going to put us on the map for being business friendly for small businesses.
Oh, yeah, that's really exciting. I know last night there were quite a few people who came up and said, with the opportunities that are happening here for small business, it's keeping many budding entrepreneurs here and young people here rather than moving away. And so I was happy to be able to do that.
What a great way to conclude the year with a couple of big hits like that.
I agree, yes. So It was a big, I think we hit every marker I know that I campaigned on. And we will continue to grow on those in the coming years, of course. But we wanted to support our police and fire.
Yep.
We wanted to support small business. And we really did that this year. And that's something that I am very happy about.
We've had a lot of great accomplishments and big topics that we've addressed and have come away with some great progress. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
Any other things you'd like to highlight from the meeting that occurred last night?
Well, on the consent agenda, we finalized the Owl Plaza. And
yes.
so, yes, that's going to be starting. That's going to be a place where people can rent and have venues and and it's going to look very nice. And so it's going to be a meeting space downtown. I'm excited about that.
There's still a lot of things that are going to be occurring with that. We're going to start construction probably around January and hopefully have it done by late spring. So we'll be open for the summer.
I know that people were concerned that we would lose a parking lot, but we are not going to be losing a parking lot. It will just be a space that people can rent for a venue. And I think you mentioned that we actually gained 2 parking spots with this. And so it will remain a parking space unless someone from the public wants to rent that space, and it'll be a beautiful place to be able to rent for different purposes, for events and parties or things like that. I'm guessing. So a fun space for the community, and we have funded it in part by selling bricks or pavers. So that is still continuing. People can purchase a brick and they can put their name or the name of a business. You wouldn't be able to put a slogan, but those are still available. So you could have your name permanently in the Owl parking lot that people would see when they rented that space. So that will be something coming up this summer, this next summer, you say?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, good. That's very exciting.
I know there's going to be a lot. So there is going to be some construction happening down there this winter. And so we will need to recognize that some of the community may need to be a little patient as we're doing some construction and stuff like that. But yes, those pavers are an excellent opportunity for you to show your community spirit and help fund a program. I think we have limited pavers left. I think we might have a pallet left or something like that. Mm-hmm. And if people are interested, they can go online to our website and they're $250 each, and we'll put that order in and you will have a permanent paver in the plaza.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with Main Street, the Owl parking lot, the Nexus Incubator, all really nice things, as you said, to round out the year.
Yeah. It was a great conclusion, a wonderful, very impactful council meeting.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes. We got a lot done.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight that came out of the council meeting?
Well, just maybe
the big items?
Those are the big items, but I think looking ahead, I know that Main Street was looking to, one of the things that they are going to focus on is the Back to the 50s cruise. So if that remains the same for Main Street, that is something I know that the community has really loved for such a long time. So I'll look forward to see what they want to do with that.
Oh my gosh, that would be so exciting. I'm a car guy myself, and I absolutely love those cruises, being downtown, the music that would occur down there, the little concerts, and just seeing all those classic cars cruising up and down 6th and 7th Street. That would be neat to have something like that back.
Yes, it really would. And that tradition of seeing all the cars at Jimmy's Drive-In and things like that, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. It's a great community event.
It will be neat to see where Main Street goes, I think, not only for the community and the activities that they may look at, but for the impact that they'll have on our business community in the downtown area. I think it's exciting. I've seen so much positive impact from other Main Street programs and organizations throughout Oregon. So looking at the future, we're coming to the end of the year, and we actually don't have another council meeting scheduled until January 5th. Is there anything on the upcoming schedule that you think the public might be interested in and keep their eye open, or that you are looking for feedback from the community on to help you make informed decisions on any of those items?
Sure. So yes, also last night we okayed the opportunities plan for the Washington Midland area project and the North Star project. And that is going to be very exciting. And there's going to be, we don't have the dates yet, but there will be many opportunities for the public to weigh in and to tell the city what they want to see up there. I know last night there was a young woman who came in and spoke possibly about having a grocery store at that end of town, and I'm sure that the public has many other ideas about what they would want to have to go in there, and they are going to have the opportunity to do that. It will change, and so that will be nice. It city beautification and also economic opportunity.
Yeah, this is going to be another great example of an urban renewal project. It's been a piece of property that sat vacant. For our listeners, it's the property that used to be the old hospital there off of 6th Street by Midland and Washington. And the city has a little over 8 acres of property that we're looking at redeveloping into something really amazing for the community.
Yeah, I'm very excited about
Yeah.
it. It will, just taking that one area and making it beautiful, I think will have a lot of benefits, just branching out to other areas around town. But definitely on the north end of town there. It's very nice.
Yeah, and it should, with urban renewal projects like this, the city is going to be contributing some of its public dollars that we have through Urban Renewal Agency, but it's going to incentivize so much private investment that it's going to be exciting. And I think it's going to be a game changer for that area, like you said, north of town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very, I'm looking forward to it. That was one of when we were in agenda setting, that was one of the things that always was something to look forward to as a really fun project for the community because everyone will benefit.
Yeah, and we'll definitely do a great campaign on getting the word out there when we have those community forums and are seeking community input. We're going to have an opportunity for the community, as Council Marshall mentioned, to provide input on what they think should go there. We're also going to be able to have community input on what it might look like. And so there's going to be a lot of public outreach on this one.
I remember a long time ago when that happened with the hospital.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yes, and when the public was able to say what they wanted their hospital to be like and to offer input for that. So this is another big project like that will bring the community together.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight for future, or are we?
I think we're finished. I just would love to say to everyone that I want everybody to have a wonderful Merry Christmas and a beautiful Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you. Council President Marshall, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you. It was fun to be here. Thanks.
Next, I want to take an opportunity to address a question that we received from the public. This question is associated with our advisory committees, which we have a number of advisory committees, approximately 11, and so many different opportunities for the public to volunteer. So if you're interested in serving on an advisory committee, please go to our website and take a look at those. Currently, right now, we have an opening on the Historical Buildings and Sites Commission. And of course, their role is actually a quasi-judicial role, and they serve as an advisory committee also to the city council with regards to historical buildings in the downtown area. We have an opening right now for a business owner. And we had a question, well, why is it just a business owner that is open? Well, technically, there are multiple seats on the Historical Buildings and Sites Commission. The current one right now we have is for a business owner. We do also have at-large seats that are available. So each advisory committee and commission, when they're formed, some of them have specific roles identified in their bylaws. If it's a downtown business, we may have some that say, hey, you need to own a piece of property or have a business in the downtown area. And so there's certain seats that are declared because council in the formation of those advisory committees saw that it would be important to have that viewpoint represented on that advisory committee. We do have a number of advisory committees, so please go to our website and take a look at those opportunities that you have to get involved. As we wrap up this episode and another incredible year, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you, the City Council, our dedicated staff, community partners, and the residents of our community for your continued support, hard work, and commitment to making Grants Pass a great place to live, work, and thrive. The holidays are a time to reflect, recharge, and reconnect with what matters most. And I hope this season brings you joy, peace, and time with those you love. Let's carry that spirit into the new year as we continue working together to build a stronger, more vibrant community. From all of us here at the city, we wish you a safe, happy, and healthy holiday season, and we'll see you next year. You can find this episode and future ones on the city's website and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We plan to release new episodes twice a month following council meetings. I'm Aaron Kubik. Thank you for being part of the Grants Pass community and listening to The Update, where Grants Pass stays informed, engaged, and moving forward together.